Do your low notes suck? They don't have to. Today, we're diving into the timeless wisdom of one of the greatest vocal pedagogues of all time, Layman. Her approach to the ooh vowel and the lower register can transform your voice. Now, if you've been here before, you know that we've been talking a lot about Layman's singing technique, and if you are new here, then please feel free to watch all the other videos where I dive into her technique. The ooh vowel, as in moon, can be one of the most challenging vowels to sing, especially in the classical tradition. Layman emphasizes that vowels must be performed with consistent placement and resonance, not simply shaped with the lips. There's a couple of things we need to keep in mind when it comes to singing the ooh vowel. The first thing is that we have to make sure that we are having a forward placement as we sing this vowel. So that means that it's not sung, the resonance isn't sung in the back of the throat, but rather right in front of the lips. So the difference between ooh, which is in the back of my throat, and ooh, which is right here. It almost feels like my lips are buzzing. The other thing that she talks about extensively is that all vowels, including ooh, maintain the same core space in the pharynx, which is basically the mouth. This prevents the tone from becoming too nasal or too swallowed. And if you're here for the first time, please be sure to watch this video up here. That's kind of where I really dive into the basics of her technique. Now, remember what I said when it came to the resonance of the sound on the ooh vowel. The resonance should not be in the back of the throat, like ooh or ooh. That's all the way in the back. It should be ooh, ooh, almost like the sound is here rather than in the back of the throat. So that in mind, let's kind of take a look at some scales to see if we can feel where the resonance wants to sit and making sure that that place is right here in front of the lips. We're going to start on middle C, and if you're not an alto or soprano, then just sing an octave below, okay? So we're going to do ooh, making sure that the sound is not in the back of the throat, but it's right here, either in front of the lips or right behind the top teeth, okay? Let's try it. Ready, and ooh, 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 Now, if you found that as you were doing this exercise, your voice just couldn't help but fall back into the back of your throat, the next thing we're going to talk about is going to help with this problem. But before we get there, let's just talk a little bit about low notes. When it came to singing low notes, Layman insisted that the same principles of resonance, support, and vowel placement that are applied to the high notes or bigger vowels be applied just the same way to ooh. She wrote that low tones must be approached with the same intensity as high tones. So again, a couple things to keep in mind here. One, we need to make sure that we're maintaining high placement, right? So a lot of times, I do this sometimes, and I know a lot of singers do this. When we reach for the low notes, we actually kind of duck down for them. This is not actually going to help because it's cutting off the space that your larynx needs to sing low notes. And it also is losing that really good placement that we've talked about. We also need to make sure that we are approaching the low notes with the same amount of breath that we would need to sing high notes. So just because you're in your speaky, easy range doesn't mean that you should give up on the breath support when singing those pitches. And don't darken the vowel. Don't darken the vowel. Oftentimes when we try to darken low notes, it goes into the back of the throat. So keep it bright, keep it a little nasty. So let's do some exercises that are going to help find the low pitches while using the vowel ooh. The exercise we're going to do here is we're going to go you, 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 you. So using the Y, which is pronounced with the tongue, to help propel the sound forward. And as you go lower, you're going to have a real tendency to want to call back to the throat to get the notes out, and try your hardest not to. It's going to feel very disconnected. Your brain is not going to like it, but it should feel really easy, and you'll be surprised at how low you can actually go when approaching these tones this way. So let's try it. Ready, and you, 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 right here. You, 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 you. 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 Right here. You, 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 you. You, 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 you. You, 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 you. Keep going. You, 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 you. Try it again. If you're starting to get kind of vocal fry-y, that's okay. But just maintain that the intention of the voice is here and not here. Ready, and you, 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 you. You, 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 you. Okay, I'm out. Now it's your turn. If you can keep going, that's great. This is probably more for the basses. Keep it right here, don't duck for them. One more, right here. So, I'm a soprano. I sing at the top of the treble staff and often above the treble staff. But doing this exercise, I was able to sing a C sharp 3. Now, in actuality, will I be singing these notes? Probably not. But sometimes, as a soprano, I will come across notes that are just a little bit too low for comfort. And applying this you idea is going to be really helpful for me to be able to sing it. So let's talk about, okay, well, I'm singing a song and the vowel that I have to sing on this low note isn't ooh. How do we shape it? Similarly to what I talk about, and if you haven't watched this video, please do, what I talk about in the video regarding vowel modification is that we have to try singing the song or the phrase on you first, just to find the right placement, to find the space. Then we can sing the words. But when we get to that one particular word that has the low note, we need to modify it slightly so that it represents that ooh space that we found. This takes some practice, and sometimes for me, if I feel like I'm just not getting it, I will just have to completely rewrite the word to an ooh vowel until it feels so natural that I can go back to the original word that I'm supposed to be pronouncing. Lily Layman's approach when it comes to talking about the ooh vowel is always approached with balance, support, and freedom, not to mention resonance and vowel clarity. Try these exercises and let me know how it goes in the comments. I will see you next time.